Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Markiss Stone, and I'm the host of the Daily Dose, and I would like to welcome you to the next day of your new life. That's right. See, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. What will you do with yours today? Well, it is Work Crush Wednesday. That's right. Get an opportunity to fall in love with what you do. If you don't love what you do, then you might want to either A, try to figure it out, or B, peace out. Because it's also March 27th, 2019, the year of consistency. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today. But before we do, I got to tell you, some of your friends, some of your family members, some of your co-workers, some of your pets, man, you guys saw the parakeet Zeeby? He needs to get his antidote. You guys saw the reptiles all the way out there in Australia? They need the antidote. There is a Kung Fu Panda all the way up in China that needs to get their antidote. In order for them to get it, I need you guys to help me out and share because your boy FB is trying to throttle me down so I don't reach everybody popping antidotes. And it's a little depressing, but it's okay because I know with the help of my loyal dosers, on the count of 3 doing my favorite thing, everybody gets to get their antidote. So 1, 2, 3... Hulk smash the share button, baby. Jab it, hook it, uppercut it, and knock that share button out of the park because we got some people to reach. What's going on? My dosers. Today we're going to have an intervention. That's right, we're going to have an intervention today, and hopefully you guys are cool with that. I see Emma Corley is fashionably late to the Dose House. It's all good. We got Danielle Marie fashionably late coming in with the red bottom heels on. It's all good. What's going on? Mr. Sean Hayes, Casey Rossiter, and Melody Guy fashionably late to the Dose House. It's all good. Today we are going to talk about something a little bit different. It's not going to be your typical antidote, but let's go ahead and get right into it.
The antidote is defined as a medicine taken or given to counteract a particular poison. Now, Marcus, these people woke up early. They came to your show, The Daily Dose, to get the antidote. Hit them with the antidote.
That's right. No time wasted today. No time wasted because today we're going to talk about It's Hard. And what's most important, you know, your boy Marcus is always passing out the antidotes. Well, today I need my dosers to help me out and get me the antidote because this word has came through my mind most recently and it has stayed there. It has stayed there. I will tell you this. This had to have been about 2014. I read this book called The Compound Effect by John C. Maxwell, and it's one of my favorite books today. It talks about how a lot of the little things can lead up to the big thing. Obviously, we have these big picture goals, right? We got the ultimate dream, the ultimate goal, the it factor, the what we want to accomplish, the what we want to do. And that's the big, in a big grand scheme of things, that's exactly what it is, right? Like a lot of people, when they set goals, you talk about what you want to do, but then some people during the goal setting process, they don't figure out the little short-term goals that lead up to the big term goals. You get where I'm going? They just go straight for the big term goal and not really developing that plan of action of how they're going to get it, planting those little seeds along the way, right? So the compound effect talks about how the little things eventually lead up to the big things. Well, most recently, as you know, I made a comeback to the Daily Dose. On Monday, I was here, I was live, I did it from the business page and everything. Pretty good. One technical difficulty. Yesterday, all the technical difficulties in the world is like, I feel like DJ Khaled. They didn't want you to win. They didn't want you to go live. They didn't want you to hand out the antidote. I felt discouraged. And today, this morning, as you noticed in the beginning, usually after I talk about the year of consistency, we talk about how consistent I've been. We usually show the sweat be dripping, we show the yoga, we show me writing my daily planner, and the whole shebang. And notice I did not do that today. If I'm being transparent with my dosers, I literally just woke up 10 minutes ago. Now, I know some of you guys are like, what in the world? Marcus, you are tripping. You're supposed to have your planner done, you're supposed to have your yogi done, the sweat was supposed to be dripping. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? And some of you may say, well, how in the world this guy has this much energy and he just woke up literally 10 minutes ago? I'm not BSing you guys. I literally, 10 minutes ago, I hit snooze like 18 times. No exaggeration. A little bit of exaggeration, maybe like 5. But yeah, I woke up 10 minutes ago because I put a lot of pressure on myself. I do. I put a whole lot of pressure on myself. I'm really hard on myself because if I'm not hard on myself, if I'm not pushing me, if I'm not encouraging me, then who's going to do it? When I do things, I like to do it to the max. We talked about that on Monday. I said, the 2 weeks that I was gone, it felt like I was going 120 miles per hour for the last 5.5, 6 months. Just going, pedal to the metal nonstop. I was trying to work on my triple threat like Eric Thomas was talking about at Hustle and Grind Con. I just was going. I took all this massive information that I received. It was like dopamine. I was high off of life. You ever hear people say I'm high off life? I was high off of life. I was like, yeah, when it comes to this show that I'm doing, it's going to be the freaking number one show on Facebook Live at 6:30 a.m. No matter what, by any means necessary, it's gonna happen. And when it came to home, I was like, man, I'm gonna work on the perfect home. It's gonna be dope here. Like this is the dose house, but the actual house that I'm in, like this is gonna be the dopest house. Like it's gonna be legit. And when it came to work, I'm like, man, I just learned so much information and I'm already a person of great value. I'm just gonna drop all these nuggets left and right and train these guys and teach these guys and show these guys and blah blah blah, and it's gonna be the dopest thing ever. That's how I felt, and I just ran with it day after day after day. My life was split into the pie chart of 3: the dose house, the dope house, and work. And that's all I cared about every single day, just working on those 3 things to perfect it. I was chasing this thing called perfection, and I know that perfection doesn't really exist when it comes to like lifestyles and things of that nature, but I was chasing that perfection. You know that whole phrase like shoot for the moon, and even if you fail, you'll land in the clouds. Like yeah, I believe all that, but I was just going and going and going. Well, I figured out that Energizer Bunny was a lie. It stops. You run out of energy sometimes. For me, it took about 5.5 months for it to happen. But have you guys ever heard of that phrase, falling off the wagon? I don't know where it came from. I think it came from somewhere a long time ago. I'm young. I'm like 35 years old. And if you're younger than me and you think I'm old, hush up. I'm young. I fell off the wagon. I felt like I ran into that tree and I survived and I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, not physically, just mentally. This is where I was at. I felt like I was in a hospital for a couple of weeks, just having breathing machines hooked up to me, and the doc was trying to bring me back to life. And it was you guys. You guys was the doctor. You guys were the one calling me. You guys were the one text messaging me. You guys were the one sending me videos. You guys were the ones calling me at my job. You guys don't understand like how much I love my loyal dosers to death because you guys helped bring me back to life. Now, what ended up happening was on Monday, it felt like I finally got taken off of the breathing machine, right? It's like okay, I can do this on my own. Let's just take this thing off and let me unhook a few of these tubes real quick. And so Monday I was like, yeah, I stomached up the strength. I missed the dose so much that I went ahead and came back. But if you want to know the honest to God truth, I wasn't ready. I was not ready. I was not ready at all to come back. But the fighter in me, the tenacity in me, the determination in me, the relentlessness in me. It's like that guy that broke his leg and he's in physical therapy and they're trying to teach him how to walk again, and you start out with the 2 bars and you take your steps while you're holding on to the bars and you're like, yeah, I can do this. I think I'm not ready for the bars anymore. And I it's like Monday I took the first step off of the bars and I was like, okay, yeah, I can do this. But then when I took that second step, it's like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Now, granted, one thing that I do want you to know is that some people were like, hey, there were some expectations that were set. Some people were like, hey, is Markiss going to talk about what's been going on, the reason why he's been gone? And some people are like, well, hey, you don't got to talk about it. We just glad that you're back. And honestly, till this moment right now, I still don't know if I want to talk about it. But one thing that I want you to know is that I am way better than I was 2 weeks ago. I'm way better than I was 2 weeks ago. Am I there yet? Absolutely not. But I love having this platform where I'm able to have an opportunity to speak to my dosers and be able to communicate with you guys and let you in to kind of what's going on and let you know my feelings, my thoughts, because what's most important is I want to be the guy that's transparent to you guys. I want to be the guy that's always going to be real with you guys. I'm trying to separate myself from everybody out there. I have my own lane right now. I'm doing things a little bit different. I'm going to talk about next week when I'm in Orlando at Hustle and Grind Con at the roundtable session. You're getting over your fears of going Facebook Live. Now, this is easy to me. It's very easy for me to hit this go live button and talk to you. This is super easy to me because I went to school for radio, TV. I was a communication major. I love people. I love making people smile. I love making people grow. I've never been afraid to talk in front of large audiences or anything like that. So this is easy to me. And what I'll be doing is I'll be dropping some of the nuggets at Hustle and Grind Con. So if you guys are going there, they'll have roundtable sessions and you'll get an opportunity to spend one-on-one or maybe 10 to 20 on one time with me to make it a little bit personal where I can talk directly to you about 3 major tips to get over that fear of going Facebook Live and how to be awesome at it. But in the meantime, what I do right here is very easy for me, but it's also very hard for me. And that's why I put in the beginning, it's hard. It's hard for me to talk about things that's personal to me. It's hard for me to come on the show and portray something I'm not. It's hard for me to get outside of my character. I can't help it. I'm one of those type of people that wears his emotions on his sleeve, they say. You guys know some of those people. When I'm happy, you know it. When I'm not so happy, you know it. You can tell when something's off. And honestly, I don't know if that's a good character trait or not. And truthfully, I really don't care because I will never compromise myself for the benefit of anything. I will always be unapologetically me. Whether that works in your mold or works in your life or works in your business or not, I will never compromise who I am. I'm still always going to be the silly, crazy, funny, smart, energetic. Did I mention handsome? I'm always going to be that crazy guy that always loves to put energy, excitement, and enthusiasm and passion into every single thing that I do. I'm nerdy, I'm geeky, I read a whole lot, I'm silly, I'm fun, I'm educated, I'm a whole lot of things. What my DNA is a conglomerate of a whole bunch of different crazy things. But what's most important is that A, I love myself, B, I'm awesome, and 3, I'm not changing for nobody. Not gonna do it. Somebody else can fake the funk, but it can only last for so long. But me, unfortunately, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. So, the reason that I like to talk about it's hard today is because a long time ago I embedded it in my brain because John C. Maxwell said it. He said the most successful people do the hardest things. So I've convinced myself of that a long time ago because I've been chasing this thing called success for a long time. And sometimes the success was monetary. Sometimes the success was mental satisfaction. Sometimes the success was stability. Sometimes the success was helping other people. But I've considered myself successful in many different areas of my life for many different reasons. And it's primarily because I've adapted the I'll do it mentality. When somebody didn't want to do something, I said, I'll do it. When something went wrong, I never blamed anybody else. The first person I blamed myself. And that's even to this day. And that's part of the reason why I took a hiatus. I guess I can let you a little bit in on what's going on. Again, I woke up 10 minutes ago. There was no script. There were no dialogue. There was no talking points. I just appreciate you dosers giving me this opportunity to have this as an outlet for you guys to hear me speak. And it's crazy that you do because right now I'm rambling a little bit. But for the longest time, I would always blame myself because I read a lot. And I hear a lot and I listen a lot. Personal development. I'm a victor, not a victim. I learned that from Eric Thomas. You have to be a victor, not a victim. I don't play the victim mentality where I blame other people for things that's going on in my life, whether it's work, home, whatever the case may be. So when something goes wrong, the majority of the time, I always say, you know what? It's my fault. I take a step back and I say, hey, my fault, my bad. Things ain't go right. I'm in charge of this, whatever the case may be. But I've been taking responsibility and taking the blame for so long that it's discouraging sometimes when things aren't going your way, when you're not achieving the success that you want to, and you constantly blame yourself. You start to reevaluate yourself and say, man, since there's a lot of blame on you, are you really that awesome? I thought that, am I really that awesome? Am I really that talented? Am I really the things that people say that I am? Am I all of those things when I constantly say it's my fault, it's my fault, it's my fault? Well, recently, part of the reason that the resuscitator or the breathing mask came off of me was because something happened. I'm not going to go into detail, but something happened that made me realize that, holy crap, it wasn't my fault. Well, some things. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. I go so hard in everything that I do. The work, I just go so hard that when I don't get the results, it gets very discouraging, because when I say I go hard, I go harder than the average person. Like I have this extreme tunnel vision. When I talk about having the blinders on the horse, like I don't, my peripheral is off, and my coworkers will tell you. Like Melissa Gomez told me yesterday, we had a one-on-one talk. And she says, "Yeah, Markiss, I'm sorry. Every time I try to like imitate or say something Melissa Gomez says, I always have to say it in her voice, and everybody always laughs at me." She says, "Yes, Markiss." And she, first of all, she's very short. Melissa's like 5'1", 5'2". So like my desk is like right here, and Melissa's eyes comes up to like right there, and she's got to stand on her tippy toes to do it. So she's like, "Yeah, Markiss, I come to you sometime, and I know you're busy because you do this and you do that and you do that. And so sometimes I just say, forget it. I know he's busy. I don't want to bother him." And I told Melissa, I said, that made me feel a little bit bad, because yes, I am extremely busy at work, because I'm trying to build the Legoland castle of dealerships right now, trying to get rid of all those negative stigmas that we talk about in the car business, right? And I'm working so hard at it, and she sees it. And the unfortunate part is that sometimes she goes away a little bit, because she's like, I won't bother him, but she needs it and she needs results. So I told her, you make me stop and you say, "Hey, Markiss, I need this right now. You have permission. If it's extremely important to you, I want to know about it. I know I do 80 million things, but it's okay. If it's important to you, it's important to me." So you say, "Hey, Markiss, I need you to stop," depending on what I'm doing, and take care of this right now. I hate trying to sound like Melissa Gomez. It's so funny. I know she's watching this laughing right now. But I go so hard, and I get disappointed when I'm one of those people pleasers, when I can't do everything that's necessary to help other people, like to know that somebody needs me and I can't do it because I'm focusing so hard on this other area. It sucks. It sucks really bad. I don't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling at all. Like, I come to work to help, motivate, train, educate, inspire, the whole shebang. I do a whole lot of things, and to have somebody say, "Hey, sometimes you're extremely busy and you can't help me," gosh, that sucks. It sucks really bad, because like I feel like that's what my calling is. What I'm put on this earth to do is help people, And I got this big picture of this dealership that's in its infancy right now that I'm just trying to help grow to freaking capacity. And yet I got somebody saying that, "Hey, you're so busy you can't help me," and it sucks. I understand I can't please everybody, but gosh, that doesn't change the fact that it sucks. You know what I mean? So it's hard. But I've convinced myself again, I'll put it on the screen, it's hard. But the most successful people do the hardest things, and I seek out the challenges. The things that people say that they don't want to do, I say I'll do it. The things where people like, "Oh, man, you want me to do this?" Like, those are the things I go after. So I go after all the hard stuff, and that's what kind of separates me from a lot of people. Some people are put off by things. Some people are afraid of things, and me, I'm the jump out the window, jump into action kind of guy. So I'm always seeking the constant challenge, so I can elevate myself, so I can elevate this brain, so I can just grow and be this super, super, super awesome guy. But what happens with me? What happens when this brain, when you go so hard, like again, those Energizer batteries only last so long. You have to replace the batteries. And somebody even sent me a message, and they were like, "Yeah, you just have to recharge your batteries." I don't know if I have the lithium-ion rechargeable batteries, though. That's the problem. That's the problem. I don't know if I have those type of batteries. And I'm still figuring it out. And I appreciate you guys coming along in my journey as I figure this thing out, too, because the daily dose is in its infancy as well. As I told you, it takes 10,000 hours to be an expert. And I'm in like I don't know, somebody do the math. I've been doing this like, a little over 100 episodes. I'm in the way beginning, so I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to mess up. I'm going to go through ups and downs. I'm going to go through problems. But the crazy thing is, with this being 2019 and me broadcasting live to the world, you guys get to see it live. You guys get to see the breakdown live. You guys get to see the mistakes live. You get to see me go through those struggles live. And the majority of you guys, you know that, and you appreciate that, and you send me messages and you say, "That's what shows us how awesome you are, Markiss. You're very transparent. You're real. We know there's a lot of people out there doing this Facebook Live thing and they're just faking it till they make it and this and that. And you going through your struggles just like we are shows how transparent and real and authentic that you are. And that draws us more to you. There's more of a connection. You seem more like us because I see myself. I'm not better than none of you dosers out there. None of you. I promise. I go through struggles just like you. I go through pain like you. I make mistakes like you. I mess up like you. I'm just like you. I just happen to have the antidote and a big smile. But I'm real, I'm authentic, I'm raw, and I'll be honest, part of me, I don't want you guys to see me struggle. I don't, because you guys look to me for advice. You send me messages and ask me questions. You send me videos and ask me questions. You call me and ask me questions. You text message me because you know I got the antidote. I done been through some stuff. I know some things. I educate myself constantly. And I want to be seen as that person that's always, always, always willing to help no matter what, which I still am to this day. There's still people that inbox me, call me, text message me, video message me, FaceTime me and all that stuff. But when I watch TV, when I watch Ellen, I don't see Ellen struggle. When you watch like Stephen Colbert, you don't see Stephen Colbert struggle. When Jay Leno, like you never seen Jay Leno struggle. And I don't know if it's very unrealistic of me to compare myself to like some of the elites and some of the greats, because you got to figure out who's the top dog and you got to go after them. Like Glenn Lundy, Sean Hayes, they're killing it in our little circle of influence. They're killing it. So I look at those guys and I say I got to go for the top dogs in a really cool, friendly way, because I'm kind of friends with those guys. We talk to each other and stuff, and I do nothing but big them up and wish them the best of luck and encouragement. But the competitiveness in me is like, I got to figure out what they're doing, and I got to figure out a way to go around it and separate myself and be different and create my own lane and just ride that boy till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? I go for the top dogs. And it's tough. It's really tough. Like, what's really cool is these guys built their brand in such a short amount of time. Like Sean, like less than a year, created this amazing thing, and the help of Dave Benson and Glenn Lundy, they did something awesome in such a short amount of time. And I know my competitiveness, I know my value, I know what's in this brain of mine. I'm like, if they could do it, I definitely can do it. Just got to put in the work, and you got to put in a secret sauce and stir it. So with me going so hard, I know that I'll reach my true level of success. Am I a successful person? Absolutely yes. But I don't know if I want to see you guys. I don't know if I want to display my struggles along the way. Now, what's most important is I want to read through some of these comments and see what you guys have to say about that. Today, I'm on that patience couch. When you go to the psychiatrist or whatever, they got that little horizontal chair that you lay on and you put your head back and your hands over your chest and he's sitting to the chair talking to you. Like, I'm in there. I want to be reading through the comments and I want to see what you guys have to say about this. I'm very curious, and I know I have some loyal dosers out there. I got some super loyal dosers that love me to death, and thank you for it. I love you back. The feeling is mutual. It's reciprocated. You guys have helped me tremendously. You have absolutely no idea, and I'm so elated to be here right now. But I want to read through some of these comments because I've gone to 25 minutes and I know at some point I'm going to lose some of you. It's all good. You got to get ready for work and all that kind of stuff. I get it. But I want to read through this. One thing I'm going to tell you is I don't know what the future holds, but it's going to be up. And I will tell you this, I don't know if I came back at the right time. I really don't. Maybe I might get some messages after this and say, Markiss, this dose right here helped save me. I was going to quit my job today, and your never give up mentality and coming back and throwing it all out there has helped me tremendously, and I found a new leaf on life. Because that happens sometimes. I'll be honest. After doing this for over 100 episodes, there were some days where I just wasn't feeling it. I put it out there, and then afterward, I was like, I rate myself after every show. You guys know, on a scale of 1 to 10. And I would say, once I'm done and I hit the end button, I'd be like, okay, that was about a 6. And then I'll get a message and somebody be like, Markiss, that was so inspiring. You helped change my life and this and that. And I was like, are you serious? Like, I felt like a 6. So maybe I shouldn't just be so hard on myself. Like, I'm extremely hard on myself, and it's tough, and I have to be because of the way my goals are set up. I got to be hard on myself. I got to be relentless. But is that too much? Is that too much for my sanity? Is that too much for this little noggin, this little brain inside my head to handle? Is that too much? I really would like your opinion. So let's turn this into a dialogue and let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I would love to read and hear from you guys. I really appreciate you allowing me to take 26 minutes out of your day and ramble on and rant on about what's been going on in my life if I've kept your attention. I don't know how many people are watching this live. I do my live through this thing right here. So I do get to see the comments, but I don't get to see who's watching live. So, and also, if you guys, let me see, I have the picture right here. If you guys are going to be in Orlando for Hustle and Grind Con Part 2, April 4th and 5th, make sure you come to see me at my roundtable. That's right, I'm going to be talking about getting over those fears of going Facebook Live. A lot of you guys know you want to do it. A lot of you guys need to do it. Doesn't matter what business you're in, going Facebook Live could be quite a scare for a lot of people. I know some people want to jump in. Some people are just kind of testing the waters, sticking their little foot in the water and saying, I don't know about this. Well, I'm going to help you out, because I've discovered the secret sauce to be able to create a platform that allows me to engage with a lot of people and develop a great audience. So I'm going to be giving out some secret sauce tips. So if you're in Orlando, make sure you come to my roundtable so we can connect. It's going to be an area of 10 to 20 people. So I got to have an intimate conversation with all you guys where I don't get to broadcast and spray and play to the world. And I'm going to have a Q&A session there as well, too. So, again, thank you guys for checking me out. Check out the outro.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Daily Dose. I hope you got your antidote today, your daily dose of positivity, inspiration, and motivation. Check me out every Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time Zone on Facebook Live. And don't forget to Hulk smash that share button.
Just know that I'm still here to make the world smile and change people's lives. Thank you for allowing me to do it. Y'all have a fantastic Work Crush Wednesday. Fall in love with your job. If you can't, peace.